Hello everyone, my name is Leaping Titan, and welcome back to another Attack on Titan video. Today I am going to be talking about Chapter 97, and in advance I apologize about the lack of videos lately. I do have classes coming up soon, and I was on vacation after my previous finals, so yeah. Without further ado, let's get right to the chapter. So to start off, I already talked about my thoughts on the Marty chapters last time, and this was actually a really good chapter. It has definitely changed the Marty arc for me, because although I appreciate the new information, having full flashback chapters really wasn't what I was looking forward to in this arc. But with this, having both a flashback and some kind of proper story development, that was definitely really good. Very appreciated. So as for what happens in the chapter, first of all, I thought the scene with Annie and Kenny was pretty cool, because we haven't really seen Kenny since the Uprising arc. Well, we have, but it was in flashbacks and really wasn't all that interesting. But seeing a scene of him that we weren't already familiar with, that was pretty cool. Also, I don't think I'm the only one who thinks this, but judging from the way Annie has been acting in multiple flashbacks and in this chapter, I think there's a good chance if she ever comes out of the crystal, she might change sides or be a different character, because she was never really on the side of Marty to begin with. Or, I guess she was, but she knew they were bullshitting from the start. So I think that's really interesting, and if she does come back, which we have been waiting for like 5 years now, that would be very appreciated. And Reiner trying to commit suicide, that was, I wouldn't say unexpected, but it was definitely a shock, because let's just look at it like this. Reiner, as a kid, strives to become a warrior so he can live with his dad. He finds out that his dad really doesn't give a shit about any of that. He goes to the island with 3 of his childhood friends, comes back 5 years later without any of them, and either way he's gonna die in 2 years because of Ymir's curse. So to say that Reiner has had a tragic life is both obvious and an understatement at the same time. Like, I have no words for this. Well, when he came back from the island, like what we've seen so far, he was a little bit too calm from what I have seen. You know, Gabby and his mom, they did notice something was wrong. But this, I kind of expected this, but nevertheless, it was still a shocker and definitely builds up Reiner's character even more than it already was with the past few chapters in the flashbacks and all of that, the story of his childhood. So what he does from now on, especially since he himself says he still has the young warriors and all of that, so he's not completely alone, so to say, I think that should be interesting in regards to his character and all of that. And the grand review, something which a lot of people saw coming, we weren't too sure, but now there's basically no way of denying it, is that the amputee guy is in fact EREN, disguised with the surname Kruger, which is of course quite interesting. And how exactly did he end up there? Did it have something to do with him and Armin destroying the destroyer ships and maybe infiltrating one of them, going back or something? I'm not entirely sure how he went there, but he is there, and he has changed a lot. The speech he gives to Falco is also really interesting, and if that doesn't convince you that it's EREN, when Falco says that he doesn't want to die without having accomplished anything, like, that's basically what EREN says to Reiner in the flashback like 20 pages ago, so yeah, like, if there's no denying it, I think it's really interesting to see how much he has developed. Like, he is 4 years older, but he has changed so much. Like, he went from being the aggressive kid to being able to remain calm and composed in the midst of the enemy country. But then again, he was affected by his father's memories, so there is that to point out as well. That was really interesting, the interaction between him and Falco. And you know, the other conversation was also pretty interesting, how Falco wants to protect Gabby so that she doesn't die from Ymir's curse at the age of 27 and all of that. We kind of already knew about that, but seeing EREN hear about it as well, and he obviously knows what's going on already. And the letter he has is supposedly to his family. If I had to guess, I would say it's for Zeke. I mean, there are a few more options. There's Annie's dad, there is Zeke and EREN's grandparents, or maybe it's someone else entirely, maybe it's another Eldian restorationist, but that's unlikely. But I'm like 90-something% sure that it's Zeke. It should be. Yeah, we're gonna have to see how this goes, but I'm really happy we finally have some current time story development and not just flashbacks. And another main point of the chapter was the holder of the Warhammer Titan, a member of the Tiber family, now revealed, and his first name is Billy. Okay. I'm not even gonna make a joke about that. I mean, it could be some reference to Norse mythology with Vili and all of that, but I'm not even gonna try to make guesses here. So the talk he has with Magath is interesting. It's revealed that yes, he is the holder of the Warhammer Titan, that the Tiber family has been observing what has been going on in the past 100 years with the help of the memories given by the Warhammer Titan. But it's also revealed that the Tiber family is in fact the one behind the scenes, and that they're controlling Marty. Despite that, it is worth mentioning that Marty still is in charge of their own military actions and all of that, but still, they are definitely interesting characters, and they are Eldians, honorary Marleyans, and they control the country, so that is quite interesting. And the Timer Festival, which was originally mentioned in chapter 95 and is now coming up, Billy says he plans to announce everything and tell the whole truth to every Marleyan and every Eldian that is present. What it is exactly, I'm guessing they're going to reveal what's going on at Paratus Island and all of that, so, well, I think we are about to get some truth bombs, and I am looking forward to it a lot. So despite all of that, there aren't really that many things to say about the chapter. Rating, I would probably go for a good 9 out of 10 because, like I already said, this was definitely what we needed in this arc since a few months. Now, I know some people do appreciate the Marty chapters, I do as well, but what I would like to see is some proper progression that doesn't just rely on full flashback chapters like chapter 96 was. I would say something more like chapter 93, which had, you know, quite a few interesting things. Zeke's method of transforming people into Titans, the slight glimpse of Armin and EREN, Ackermans being reviewed to be byproducts of Titan science, you know, those kind of things. And getting this was quite a step from a full flashback chapter that just revealed Rhino and Bertolt Annie's backstory, so I'm really glad we got this, and I hope that we get more chapters like this in the coming future, especially now that we're approaching 100 chapters, which should be pretty interesting knowing Isayama. But yeah, this has been my review of chapter 97, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.